Greetings friends, BlingBot here with another episode of our Let's Play series on the CraftTheory server. So I just got back from doing some mining. As you can see, it was quite a profitable run. But what I actually wanted to show you today was a couple of the buildings from our first episode have since then gotten a little bit of a makeover. A little bit more has been done on them, and I'm going to run over here and show you some of those as well. And we're also going to be adding our flower farm slash machine to one of the buildings here. Now you may remember in the first episode, this building was in the process of being done. This was actually something that was done by Diesel Designs, another member of our server here on CraftTheory. This building is dedicated entirely to banners. So a lot has been done since we were last over here. As you can see, there's a ton of banners that are inside here. And the whole idea is to be able to go and make banners whenever you do choose. So let's go and give a look here. Tons of banners on the inside here as well. Lots of different examples of things that you can make. And as we see here, there are different dye options, different things, so you can have whatever you need to make some of these designs here. So actually what I'm going to do is I was talking to Diesel, and you may remember that there was a flower, 100% efficient flower farm and an auto dye machine that Funky Professor did in one of our earlier episodes of our Funky Machine series. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding both of those down here. Now, I know you probably don't want to watch me dig that out, so I'll certainly be back as soon as that is done here. Alright, as promised, I am back now that I have got this all finished being dug out. As you can see, I've prettied it up a little bit, but we have our rose, our sunflower, our peony, and our lilac. Now, I don't have the bone meal in these quite yet, but as you can hear, it certainly works just like it did in the auto dye machine video. And I have it all set up exactly the same way that you do see in that video. But that way it'll be much easier to power the banner shop that Diesel has made up top. And then as you can see, I'm also starting to work on putting the flower farm in here, the 100% efficient flower farm that Funky also made a video on in a previous episode of Funky Machines. So as you can see, I've almost finished digging that out, but I will be back once it's in here, and that way you can see what it looks like. Alright, so I just got back from getting a little bit more bone meal from our skeleton farm here, because I have finished up the other auto farm finally. So again, you've seen this part here. Now let's check out what it looks like when it's all finished. I've got this set up here, very similar to what Funky Professor has in his 100% efficient flower farm build that he did a little while back. Pretty much the same build. I got it right underneath the other flower farm, so it's really easy when you're in the actual banner shop to go and get some more of the flowers should you need any of those specific colors there. Makes it a little easier, that way you don't have to go collect things. As you can see, it has all the fixings of the other one, and I'm just going to put some more bone meal in here. Now I already got some in the machine here, so I'll certainly go ahead and turn it on. Now occasionally some of the stuff will fall through on the floor. There's really not a way that I've seen to stop that, but it's not that big of a deal because it's pretty easy, and you do get the majority of your mats, and they will go from the hopper down into here. And real quick, if you haven't seen the video, I can kind of show you what's going on here. So you just flick the lever, it starts planting all the flowers for you and starts going crazy. Duplicates them really fast for you, but depending on what biome you're in, it does have a lot of the different kinds of flowers. So if you're in a flower forest or a sunflower field, it'll give you those as well. Let's turn that off here. Now you got a whole bunch of stuff there, and then you can just flip the water there, and as you'll see, it'll take everything and push it over into that water stream right there. And once all the mats have flowed over there, you come back, deactivate that, and then you would go right back down there to where I showed you before to collect the mats. But yeah, should be very useful for the new banner shop that Diesel made here, and I don't think he's seen it yet, but I think he'll be quite pleased with that. Alright, so I have journeyed back to the good old compound here, and there was one other thing that I wanted to show you that Funky Professor did not show you in the last episode. So let's get to that here real quick. So, you may remember he kind of gave you the grand tour, the quick overview, and there have been some additions since the last time there. But some of you might have noticed this hallway. He was only over here for a little bit whenever we were showing off our tiered farm there, but he never went down this hallway. So let's give you a little sneak peek as to what was down here. So we do have our slow grow cactus farm. It's a pretty small one, only about 5 slots, but it's certainly efficient, and given that this chunk is loaded most of the time whenever you're in the base, it is sufficient enough for what we need in most circumstances. So as they grow, right up top there, you can see there's a block with some signs that will ensure that the cactus doesn't go any taller than the one that it's on there, and as soon as it grows, it will break it, fall into the water stream here, and it will slowly push them all to the hopper and into this chest here. So that's what was down here. We'll probably expand out some this way in a later episode. We have some ideas of things that we want to add, and a couple of ideas that we've been floating around for some of the other stuff that we want to do. So certainly we'll kind of fill you in on some of those on some later episodes, but there's going to be some big changes coming to the compound area here as well. So I mean, it's certainly nice, but we're looking to rework that as well. We just wanted to get a foothold here on the server. But real quick, there was one other addition. So last time we did not have any horses. We have since took care of that situation there, and as you can see, we finished our stables here. So we tried to pretty it up some so it doesn't look so bland. That's certainly not our strong suit, but I think it turned out pretty good. And we have Funky's horse, my horse. We were lucky enough to find a couple fairly close to the base here, and we were able to go ahead and get those in. So we have 6 stalls, and that's certainly for other members if they want to come here and visit. That way they have a stall to put their horse in, and I don't know if it is out yet, but if it isn't, it will certainly be featured in a later Funky Machines episode. But we do have our easy stable entrance. So, say you're riding on your horse, you just walk over the pressure plate and go right in. That retracts, and easy enough, you're in here. You can hook into the post, and then you get on your button, and then it allows you out. So, it's a pretty simple mechanism. It's nice, efficient design. I do like that. And as I said, we'll certainly have that in a later episode if it's not already up there for this mechanism right here. But that about does it for any of the new additions there. So it's mainly the stable and the cactus farm to the base that you guys hadn't seen yet. Now, this road, certainly we're going to do more with that one as we do some later episodes here. Now, I'm not going to go all the way down here, but certainly, as I said, we have some ideas floating around how to lay out this base and redo the compound area here. So I'll show that off in a later episode when some of it's a little closer to being done. But for right now, I hope you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And until we see you next time, keep it funky.